Okay, audio check. 1, 2, 3. I think we're good. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the stream of the Discourager of Hesitancy. Oh, we are just enjoying some downtime by solving Advent of Code and picking up some new languages. We're doing a little Odin the last day or two. Some cool features in there. I don't like the dependency on Visual Studio, but that's the way life is. I'm afraid. Where's the thing? There it is. So we're going to finish up the puzzle we started yesterday. We're on Advent of Code day 5. And we went down the road of printing out the program before execution, but you can't really do that. Code overwrites itself in your int code computer, your ICC, and so you can't print the program before you run it. You have to run it. You have to print it as you execute. That's the only way. So we're gonna undo that print thing and move the interesting print things into the execution, I guess. I don't think there's a better way to do it, which is unfortunate. But it's kind of a fun puzzle. Like if we wrap up another bit of Zig, which we will after we finish this puzzle today. We'll finish this puzzle. We'll go back to doing some Zig from the Advent of Code 2020 series. Doing one other puzzle or two there. Then Thursday, Friday, we'll do some NIM. That'll probably be the end of language exploration. Kind of a start of new year, ready to go. I have been slowly working on my game a little bit. I've got the 150 words of the day and 25 different quotes. They all fit. They're all random. We are now weighting words of the day to be about 3/4 of the time, and then quotes about 1/4 of the time. So that's good. I've still got to do some art on the plants, make a trailer, make a web page. But that list has gotten real short. So we need to, let's see here. I gotta move this camera, don't I? Otherwise I'm gonna run it over. Let's do a little camera maneuvering. Okay, not too bad. All right. So the puzzle from last time. I want to close the int code computer from O2. I want to close some of my Odins here, Odin files. Let's just close them from here. Day 5 I want. Day 5 I don't want. Day 2. Day 5, day 2. Day 4. My Odin notes we can keep up. Day 3. Day 2. We're just closing up some of these so I don't have quite so many buffers to choose between. We're going to skip the Zig for now. We'll come back, like I said, and do some more Zig today. But not just yet. Zig notes will come back to. We got our Odin mode to run just fine. Messages, completion list. Look at our list of buffers, much more manageable. All Advent of Code Day 5 stuff. Perfect. Okay, so here we are. Go to main.odin. which now there should only be one. We can't print the program, we have to execute the program. I think what we want is this. So first of all, let's do the following. Here's a bunch of tests. After you run this program, in address 3, we expect the value 70. That's what these tests are. We do have an inefficiency here where the same test I can check 2 values, but we'll, can't do much about that. Then if you input 42, it should output 42. So all these tests should run and pass. So let's go ahead and run that. Odin, run the current directory. So these all pass. According to theory, nothing I've done has broken these 5 tests from before, 5, 6 tests from before. If we input 42, we get 42. And hold on, let's take a look at that input small 01. Input into 0, then print what's in 0. So why did the print not happen? Okay, so we're just going to start working on this. I did not see 42 print. So we're going to make our computer verbose. Our int code computer, oops, verbose. Execute. There's our halt. First of all, I want print program to go away. It mostly doesn't do anything useful anymore. I mean, we can keep this, I guess. It's not very helpful. We can still use it if we want to, but it's really not helpful. Okay. Next up, read program, doesn't matter. Execute program. We get an operation code. So I wonder if I can do an array. So let's see here, op names. That'll be a constant string array. Oh, nope, can't do that. That's fine. Op name, given an op code, type integer, and that should return a string. Odin, I'm pretty sure Odin has Odin switch statement. Do I remember how that works? Odin lane switch. I've got an overview thing. Okay, let's look for switch statement. I'm just trying to look up some syntax. Switch I case. Top to bottom. So these are not compile time constants, which is interesting. All right, so let's do switch opcode. I do not need parentheses. Case op add. Yep, that looks about right. Op mult. Op in. Op out. Op halt. Return. Add. Yeah, I guess that's basically it. Mult in, out, halt, and then case with nothing in it is our default case, I think. And it's not indenting correctly, so that's always fun. Return error. Okay, op name. Okay, because we're going to use that when we execute the program. We're going to get our operation, we're going to get an op name. Our op code. Let me see here. We're doing this. We're going to change things a little bit. We're going to go format printf. We're going to say modulus 0 2d dot modulus s. We want the op address. We want the op name. And that's it for verbose. Which means that goes away. This is going to go away. We'll kind of come back to that. Okay. Let's just try that. Oh. Been doing this a lot. Procedure. There we go. AOC day 2 did not run correctly. Okay. I want to do this on a switch as well. Switch. Code. Case of halt. Just making sure things are looking right here. That should match with our switch. Okay, good. So like that simplification there. At the end of the switch, we want to print F. If there were no errors, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Anything else we need here? until you can debug your virtual machine in input. Okay. That's a little bit unfortunate, but that's fine. 42, halt. Okay, blah, blah, blah. If I remember right, this break goes to the for loop, so it should be fine. Get param. I want to do a set param procedure ICC as a pointer to code computer. There's a couple different things we could do. I'm not sure which way I want to go. Basically, when you have an output, when you want to write value to memory in this machine, it always is memory mode, not immediate mode. It basically works like this. I think we need to do this and say if ICC verbose, I'm going to do some logging, ICC.verbose, and we'll log something else here. Format, printf. We want a space, and then if we are in position mode, it's memory of some number, which in this case is ICC instruction pointer. Not. And it's just the immediate mode value. That's not right. Let's see. Not for me. Okay. Position mode. memory at V. It's V either way. I'm just going to go back up here where I thought it would be in the first place. Okay, the front position mode, you take the memory at V, otherwise it's immediate mode and we take just the value itself. Okay. So let's get param, set param. If ICC is verbose, format.print f memory at look up the address. Memory at address equals value. Address. I think that's it. We can say what the value is as well if you want to. Okay, so when you execute program, set param ICC L plus R. L times R. And this is format.printf times, or plus rather, times this one is a little bit unfortunate in the tracing. Input, we get our value. Here we are. We get our param. This is input for opt-in. Okay, well, we clearly have some issues there. That's all right. Set param ICC to value. I think that just fixes that. Case opt out. Get a value. Let's get param ICC param one mode. I don't like that. Not with verbose mode going here. Oh well. All right, what do we think is going to happen here? Is it going to print? Nice. Okay. Set parameter is this. I don't like that output is entangled with my execution running. Maybe we change things just a little bit. Log pop, it needs instruction address. It needs code. Basically does this. We log get param. Hey, AK Elements, good evening. I was just looking at your stream before I started on. The fireworks starting to look good. Little particle system work. Unfortunately, our time zones don't overlap very much for me to be able to pop in and chat much with you, but I take a look at progress. So we're working our way through Advent of Code 2019 with Odin language. And part of that is you build this virtual machine that takes a list of integers and executes everything in memory. So there's no registers. It's kind of interesting. But logging the execution is getting a little bit messy. So we're just doing some cleanup there. So overall, I'm not dissatisfied with Odin. I think I could use it on a daily basis and not hate my life like I would with JavaScript or Perl. There are things I would have chosen to do differently and others that I'm perfectly happy with. So, win some, you lose some. So we need instruction offset, maybe. Then we do the printing. So we're going to switch on param mode. we're in position mode, we print that. Case mode, immediate mode. I think that simplifies things quite nicely. All right, so let's just call this param address. mycc.memory at param address, which is the same value in both cases. The difference is to do that. Okay. Log set param the procedure, which takes ICC encode computer param address, and that's, I guess, a value. Everything's integers, so there's a lot of some clever tricks happening to make it all fit. Haha, nice. Yeah, I tweaked it a bit now after dinner off stream, but it turned out nicer than I first thought. It was quick to add, so maybe my engine is getting there in terms of efficiency. Nice. Oh, you have a nice recorded video. Yeah, I was looking at it, but having a nice clip. Oh, that is nice. Okay. Yeah, nice tweak after hours. Cool. Let's see here. Particle count doesn't say. All right, cool. How many particles is it? Looking good though. I'm jealous. I really want to do more render heavy stuff here next year. Maybe go full 3D, do some lighting, or at least some, shadow stencil buffers or something. So many cool things to work on. I just don't have time for all of it. Log set param. About 3,000. It's running at 144 FPS with 65K. GPU is top end now. Oh, nice. Always good to get a GPU upgrade. Awesome. 15% GPU usage. That's pretty efficient. Not bad, not bad. 3,000. Nice. Well, it's looking good. You make me want to build a game engine, a more serious game engine. So many fun things to work. And instruction, which doesn't need anything. It's literally just printf line. Well, awesome. So, AK, do you have any big New Year's Eve party plans? My suspicion is, well, I don't know what my suspicion is, where my thing has gone wrong. We need to get a better trace through the program as it runs. So where we're logging is here. So we need to log op instruction address opcode. trying to decide the best way to do this. I think we just do everything up front. Log get param. We need the ICC. Get param is param address, param load. So the param address is op instruction pointer +1 param 1 load. Log get param at 2 with param 2 mode. Then log set param maybe we don't do anything with the value. Something like this. We've already incremented once, so actually this is +0 +1 +2. All right, so that's log for adding. We may come back and make this more generic with a binary. There is no get param, there's no operation. Oh yeah, then we need to do log and instruction. So basically we log everything before we actually execute anything. I don't know, so many ways we can slice this. Haha, no, you usually don't celebrate it too much. You? Oh, yeah, we go up to my, usually have some family over, eat a lot of junk food, stay up till midnight, and then go to bed. Heading out now? All right, well, thanks for dropping in. See you next year. Bye-bye. Okay. Part of me. You just simplify the checks here. It might be easier to read that way. If ICC.propose, maybe put it here. Just deciding which one will make me sadder or happier. I think that's a little easier to read, actually. Multiply. Get parameter. Let's see how that looks. Come on, just because I typed in that. Okay. Parameter mode. Actually, there might be two different things we can log. One thing if we log before, and another thing if we log after executing the command. Nah. Hmm. 194. That's better. Line 83. What do we got here? Okay. 6. Yeah, we don't have the value. On 5. That is a problem. We need to change value, type integer. You simplified the wrong thing. Okay, we clearly have an issue in our printing. So probably in log op name of opcode. In going to M1. I don't think that's right. Okay. Parts of this might not be that far off. Let's go to main. Let's just run this first program. Just to see what we get. So I think in my set param I still have a thing. Yep. Okay, a little better, except at the end of this case statement, we're doing that. Somewhere we're still printing out. Oop, there we go. There's one. Yeah, and then we're still doing some print. There. Okay. Oh, that's a little better. We hit halt, but then it keeps going, which is not good. Then we're out of bounds. Why is the halt not halting? And execution. It's just not breaking properly. There. Now it ran correctly. All right, see how many others run correctly. Okay, this one ran the same program. This one, input small. So we added memory 0 to memory 0 and shove it into memory 3. And 7. Is that? I believe those. Hey, Infinite Coder 01, welcome to the stream. It's normally night for me when you stream, so I can't catch that, but right now it's 12 minutes till New Year's. Woohoo! Well, welcome aboard. Happy to have you on your New Year's. Welcome to the channel. We're playing around with some Odin, trying to build up a little virtual machine for some advent of code puzzles, according to a very strange spec, but we're having fun. Yeah, good to have you live. Welcome. 12 minutes, huh? Just about there. Well, I'll try to remember, although I probably missed that message for, well, yeah. Well, Happy New Year's, in case I forget in 11 minutes. So input small o1. We add 9 and 10, shove it into 3, multiply 3 and 11, and shove it into 0. So what's this here? That 7 is wrong. We're not putting something in correctly. Ugh. So let's see here. If it's night for you, it's almost midnight where you are. It's 1 in the afternoon here. You're clear across the world. Are you, what, in Australia or something? Let's see here. What time zone? It's almost midnight. It's probably not going to be very useful. Let's see here. Do some sleuthing here. So I'm looking for what? Tehran. This is not the most useful. Sort by city, sort by time. There we go. All right. Looking for something at the tail end of midnight here. Let's see. Istanbul, Tehran. Yeah, Istanbul maybe. Cool. Cool. Okay, so this number should be 0, but it's telling me 7. So my output is clearly not being written to the right place. So if I look at input small text 2, 1, add 0 to 0 and shove it into index 0. That is not 0. So adding and multiplying, I'm getting some strange values. Maybe it's just my logging in code computer Odin. Because it seems to execute correctly. Log set parameter. Oh, ITC.mem. That's probably what it was. Okay, so we're writing the 3, we're writing the 0, 3, 0, 0. 3. Yeah, we're multiplying the value in 3, which was 33, times the value which is in 0, which is a 3, and shoving that into 3, which is then a halt. Yeah. I don't remember what this one does. Okay, those cells seem to be working. So input, shove it into 0. So we're going to input 42. To output that, which should print out 42. Oops. Execute 5. Let's see. Output M0, 42. Then we halt. Execute 5. We multiply some things and then halt. So if I remember right, that program is a 3, comma, 0, not that one. This one. This program. So the 1 says C is parameter 1, B is parameter 2, A is parameter 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Go back to our prompt. 0, 1, 0. This multiplies the first two parameters. The first parameter 4 is a position mode. Its value is what's in 4. The second parameter 3 is immediate mode. Yep, simply has value 3, blah, blah, blah. Parameters and instruction writes 2 will never be in immediate mode. Finally, some notes, blah, blah, blah. So, as far as the printout is concerned, we are correct. Integers can be negative. So if we look in our actual input, is there a negative number? There are negative numbers. Okay, that's probably the bug right now. So if we go to code computer, read program, is negative, is false, if character is that, is negative equals true. If is negative, value equals negative value. Then we append it, and we set is negative equal to false. Which we no. Let's see what's going on here. Append value. Oops, not there. There. Then out here. There we go. All right. So now if we run all of these, we don't need verbose right now. These should all run in pass. 42, true. Okay. Although, out. Should input 42 and then output 42. So where did the output go? $42. There's the out, and there's the value. It never printed it. Unless we make it verbose. Then it prints it. I don't think we were checking for verbosity here. If we're verbose, log, then we do the thing. But this is not inside of a check for verbosity. That should just print no matter what. So I'm a little bit puzzled by why it's only printing. It's not printing it. Huh. That's truly bizarre. Oh, it might be my own console. What if we do this? There we go. Now we have an output that works while being sound. Okay. That's probably good enough. So now all of these tests should run and pass. Good to go. And we got our output. Okay, so now I bet we don't even need this to be verbose. I think it's just gonna work. Boom. Input 1, that's the air conditioning unit. And we got zeros, which means all of our diagnostics passed for the program, and this is the result. Phew. I think we're good. So we come over here to our puzzle. We go to, oh, it's gonna do this to me, isn't it? I have to play games sometimes with OBS to make it show the right thing. So let me bring this up. Then I can share browser. Then we can go to the right tab, paste our value, output from our computer, and we're good. Part 2. All right. Phew. We'll finish this up. Oh, a larger sample. All right. Let's go put this into our prompt. See what happens. Oh, geez, we're going to put in more opcodes, huh? Well, we're getting better at it, and we now have better diagnostics tools. Oh, sheesh. Okay, day 5. So we're flying through space. We've got our fuel figured out. We're working on the AC because we're moving closer to the sun. AC is system 1. That's why we ran a diagnostic on system 1. I'll suggest you get the air conditioner working back on your ship computer to support the thermal environment supervision terminal. Oh, that's, yeah, we already did that. Blah, blah, blah. Part two there. The air conditioner comes on and the cold air feels good for a while, but then the test alarms start to go off. Since the air conditioner can't vent its heat anywhere but back into the spacecraft, it's actually making the air inside the ship warmer. Nice. We'll need to use the temperature control systems to extend the thermal radiators. Fortunately, the diagnostic program is already equipped for this. Unfortunately, the IntCode computer is not. We are missing a few opcodes. 5 is jump if true or non-zero. Jump if false, not too hard. 7 is less than. If the first parameter is less than the second parameter, it stores 1 in the position given by the third parameter. Otherwise, it stores 0. So we have less than and we have equal to in 8. Okay, easy enough. Int code computer. We need jump if true. Jump if true. Jump if false. Less than. Operation less than. And we also need equal, which are 7 and 8. Easy enough. I like virtual machines. They're just kind of fun to play with. F3 case. Jump if true. Jump if false. Less than equal. Okay, that fixes that chunk. All right, all that goes there. 2, 3, 4. Okay, jump if true. Here we go. Having fun here. All right, well, Infinite Coder 1, Happy New Year's. I've still got to wait I've still got to wait, what? Oh, gosh. 11 hours before I can go to bed, so. So jump if true. Get parameter 1. Set param ICC instruction pointer plus 1. I think that's basically it. Oh, except that's not quite right. We need to set the instruction pointer using either memory mode, position mode, or immediate mode. First parameter is non-zero. Second parameter is the jump. If true, this thing not equal to 0 jumps me to this location. Jump if false. We'll use that for jump. Okay, then we get 2 params. Oops. Let's see. Get param. Instruction pointer. Param 2 mode. Get value not equal to 0. Okay, easy enough. If our value is equal to 0, we do that. All right, let's then, which is really just a binary operation, so it's going to follow this pattern. Less than, left, right. If left is less than right, true, otherwise false. Try the same thing here for equals. There we go. There's all our new ops. So we need input small. I think O3 is not used. Go to our prompt. Several programs. Okay. Using position mode, consider whether the input is equal to 8. These are both position modes and immediate modes. Okay. Put small o5. These are all put small o6. Here are the jump tests. Take an input, then output 0 if the input was 0, or 1 if the output was non-zero. Interesting. Text. So text. Just want to make sure our machine is running, so we get a program. Uses an input instruction to ask for a single number. The program will then output 999 if the value is below 8, output 1000 if the input is equal to 8, with 1000 if the input is greater than 8. Okay. O8.text, oops. Input small, O9.text. Okay. So if we input 8, one, two, three, 4 times. Let's see here. Testing. Do we just try the test? Three. Let's see here. 3 is get input. Shove it into 9. 8 is equivalence test. We could just run all these, right? Three. I don't think it actually sets a value. 3, 9, 8, 9, 10, 9, 4 prints the address at 9, then halts. So the question is, what's at 9? Which I think is this. This one works much the same way. Output what's in 9. I should be able to verify that what's in 9 is input 8. So let's see here. If the input is 8, the output 1. If it's less than 8, output 1. So if it's 8, we get 1. or 0. So 8. 4 is less than 5 and 6 test the same things essentially. If it's equal to 8, less than 8, equal to 8, less than 8. Input 7, and that basically flips the logic on all of these. We can output a 9. And they should all fail. I'm not sure we want verbose. Hopefully the answers just work, right? I see. 235. 235. Yep. We got carried away with the colon there. 8. 8. 8. And we died. Okay. That one dies. The third one fails. No, it doesn't. Here's where we turn on verbose, though. So we get our input, we shove it into memory address 3. What is that? Small program 4. Zero in. Three. Oh. Oh, 9. This is the one. Okay. 3. Read it into 21. Then we get 8. Based on what's in 21. Equal to or less than, I don't remember which. I think 8 is equal to 21. Write that into 20. And 5 based on 20 does something. Input small. 6. 3. Get user input shoved into address 3. which is here. Then 1107. Seven is the go-to, right? Int code computer. 7 is less than. So test if -1 is less than 8, except -1 will be our input. If it's less than 8, dump it into 3, which goes here, then print out what's in 3, then false. Okay, so I can read that program. Is 9 less than 8? Put that in 3, output 3. Halt, but halt isn't halting. Why is it not halting? Halt. Index 9 is fine. Index 9 is out of range. 0, 9. Oh. Oh. Nice to see that instruction pointer. Okay, so it's not giving me a false thing now. 8. Index 9 is out of range. A little confused by that. This always happens. Confusion. We're super close. If we execute halt, how are you getting here? This is inside the loop. A little bit close. What's going on here? In. Our instruction pointer can be equal to the length of the program and still be fine, right? We hit halt. How can we hit halt and this? Result is true because we had a normal halt instruction. We've execution. Break out of execution. I don't get it. Huh. Oh, so this one is completing correctly. What's that? Um, it says execution complete, which means we've gotten here and then we return. Exec program. Then we get our location, cuts against the value. I'm moderately confused by all of this. Hmm. Defer. Verbose. Okay. Return. 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 This one breaking out of the loop. We use defer to make sure things tidy up. 8. Huh. Execution complete. Okay. What if we do something else, like 7? Just looking at the flow of the program, I don't see how we can get this output at all. For whatever reason, two 297. First of all, this is not the problem. Second of all, okay, input small o6. Output whatever's in 3. I think that's our problem. Okay, I'm looking in the wrong place. So we get our input, shove into 3. So that'll go here where this -1 is. Then we do a less than test of 3. Our input versus the number 8, both is immediate mode. Then we output whatever's in 3. Okay. I see what's going on. Not what's in 9, but what's in 3. These are different number of instructions. Input 8. Oh. Eight. Okay. So we can put those all back in. This tests against 3. And 3. That was just me being boneheaded about the testing. I don't think we want group bones. Alright, so we're doing 8, 2, 3. Okay, I think we have a similar issue for input small O5. It also uses register 3. Not register, memory address 3. One, 2, 3, 4. Okay, 7, 7, 7, 7, 9, 9, 9, 9. Okay, we got all our tests running for those ones. Jolly good. But we do also have code for 7, 8, 9. Seven, 8, 9. Which is if output 0 if input was 0, or 1 if the input was non-zero. And my output command is 13. Output 13, output 12. Put 0. If 0. Non-zero. Let's do those tests. 0, 0. 13 minus 12. Seems to work. Which means lastly, We need 7, 8, 9 again. 7. For this one, input small test 9. Ultimately, we print out whatever's in address 20. So we look at address 24, 999. Eight should be 1000. 9 should be 1001. 7, 8, 9. So value 7 failed. Why would it fail? It outputted 999. Also, whatever's in input, we need to fix eventually, but that's fine. We'll get there. Input small program 9. 4 comma. It's always 20. There's 2 places where 20 gets printed out. And yet somehow it's not 999. Let's go verbose. Seven. Whatever's in 28, is it equal to 8? Put that into 20. Jump if 20 is not equal to 0 to 22. Okay, yep. Is it less than? Put that in 20. Jump if false to 31, which we did. Then we output 999. Oh. Oh my. So I need a 0 here. I need to check for 0. I think that's the short answer. It doesn't check it the same way. All right, interesting. I see now, I think. 7. Yeah. Okay, so all these tests should now pass. We go 7, 8. Oh, we didn't type that right. 9. 7, 8, All true. Okay, so I think all of our testing is done. We run our normal program output because our prompt says provide 5. And there's our output, which should be the answer. So let's go back to our browser. And submit. Hey, we did it. Sweet. Okay. Our little virtual machine's getting pretty good. Oh, all right. So I think we're going to pause there on Odin. I kind of like Odin. Has some flaws, has some nice things. Let's switch back over to Zig for the next hour or two. Because I feel like I'm forgetting Zig too much to be terribly unbiased. Okay, finally out of those ones. Look at this. Christmas is terrible for one's diet, but so tasty. So here we go. Let's see here. Let's just. Our code computer is 300 lines of code. Maybe a little verbose in places. Probably I could do things more compactly. Reprogram. So this thing is actually very important for when we get our inputs. Here we go. So we say we're not negative. If we hit a negative sign right up front, we go as negative. Like, we're not doing some very good parsing here. We're just detecting the presence of a minus sign and saying we're negative. Now that should only work. That negative is the first thing in the character. Otherwise, invalid inputs and so forth. But we're not checking for invalid inputs. We assume that the advent of code always has only valid inputs, which simplifies the problems quite a lot. Good. Could run every single test just to make sure. I don't know if I want to do that though. Okay, let's go with Zig. Oh, I see. There, now I'm in the directory I thought I was in. Okay, So we did Advent Code 2020 all the way through day 3. Notes. Let's kill some of our Odin stuff. Close some. Kill some buffers. There we go. This notes, no. Odin. Prompt. A lot of our input texts can go. Okay. So we don't have very many buffers open. That's great. Okay. Emacs mode. All right. Probably step 1. We have not very thoroughly tested this. We dumped the Zig file. Heyo, Mr. Elfman, did you ever finish that compiler thing you were doing? Oh, heck no. Definitely not done. There's a ton more work, but we are working on it. We're at the point where we've written our tokenizer generator configuration tokenizer in itself. So we're getting meta, which means we can change the format of our configurations, which means we can now add the next step, which is push down finite automata. It's great. Working on strings in my own toy language, not fun. No, strings are complicated. Strings are hard. Strings, I'm not sure what I'm going to do about strings in my language eventually. I mean, the easiest thing is probably what Python does with the immutable strings. All strings are immutable, right? But, I mean, that has performance implications. Stuck on the converting floats to strings. That can be a tricky problem. Very tricky. Especially if you have engineering. Insta-string is easy. Yeah, it is. But floats are tricky. You can do the integer portion easy enough. Like you can just cast to int and print that out. But yeah, the remainder of the decimal, that part's tricky. I mean, I guess you could multiply by 10, print the character after you cast that down to an int. Multiply by 10, cast down to an int. Multiply by 10, cast down to an int until you get the precision you want. There's got to be a better way. I haven't looked into it. I tend to just use the C, sprintf kind of things. But I feel kind of dirty about that too. Eventually we'll have to address it, but float to string is tricky. Yeah, is there? I don't know. How to output float to string. They're going to give me like, in Python, in Python. Wow, okay, all the hits are Python apparently. People only convert floats to strings in Pythons. Oh, interesting. String, yeah, this is C++ crap. Don't want this. Lexical cast, yeah. Yeah, Google is letting me down. Can't use standard lib. I have to roll my own stuff. Yikes. Even standard lib. I also need to add the index expression thing to my parser. Yes. Indexing. Very good. A.at. Yeah, that's not the worst hack. A lot of object-oriented languages like Java do that kind of thing. Especially if they don't allow operator overloading, they tend to be more on the .at side of things. Cool. Sounds like a fun little language coming along nicely. You got your tests working minimal, be useful, yeah. At least some testing is necessary. I'm going to see if I can get the Zig mode working. I have to remember where I put the things. Okay, so Zig mode. Let's go do some digging. Let's pop up the old browser. Emacs Zig mode. This is the one. And I grabbed this, but it has a dependency on something else. It depends on reformatter. Does this have dependencies? Gosh, I hope not. Okay, well, we're just going to try and snag the whole sucker then. Reformatter.l. Let's see here. I'm not sure if the default initialization of strings should be null or empty string in my language. Jai uses empty string. Yes, it is an Argentinian cup for tea. It is, it's called yerba mate or yerba mate. Since I had a roommate from Argentina, I tend to speak my Spanish with a bit of an Argentine accent. Not great, but more Argentine than other places. And yeah, I did get started drinking the mate. Yeah, it's good, well spotted. Yeah, I would like to use Jai. I put it in request in to get in the beta test, but haven't heard back. Conan and O'Brien taught me about that cup. Okay. Well, I guess Conan O'Brien isn't a complete waste after all, then, right? Okay, so what we need then. Reformatter.l, I think is what it's called. Put everything in there. .emacs. We did the Zig thing. Reformatter.l. Evaluate. 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 Interesting. Oh, source main. Hey, we have the mode working. All right. So if I go to my notes for Zig, 7 out of 10. Copied in reformatter.l and Zig mode launched correctly. I don't like dependencies. There we go. All right, so back to Zig. Just playing with different languages. Oh, I have a shortcut that keeps triggering back to screen scene. Okay. He did while delivering Chinese food too. Nice. Okay. So Zig it is. I really kind of want to get back to the 2019 advent code. I think that's been a lot more fun for me than the 2020, but doesn't matter. We shall press on Zig. Advent code. Day 4. Let's go get our prompt. So there's our formatter, blah, blah, blah. Let's go to, not this one. Yikes. Let's go to 2020. We did 3 days, so we're on day 4. Here's our prompt, which we shall go forth and copy. And put it in here. So this one is more of a vacation one than a space one. All right, so day 4, we arrive at the airport only to realize that you grabbed the North Pole credentials instead of your passport, of course. While these documents are extremely similar, North Pole credentials aren't issued by a country and therefore aren't actually valid documentation for travel in most of the world. Seems like you're not the only one having problems though. A very long line is formed for the automatic passport scanners, and the delay could upset your travel itinerary. Due to some questionable network security, you realize you might be able to solve both of these problems at the same time. The automatic passport scanners are slow because they're having trouble detecting which passports have all required fields. The expected fields are as follows: birth year, issue year, expiration date, height, hair color, eye color, passport ID, country ID. Passport data is validated in batch files, my puzzle input. Each passport is represented by a sequence of key value pairs separated by spaces or new lines. Passports are separated by blank lines. Here's an example batch file containing 4 passports. So here's our small input to validate. The first passport is valid, all 8 fields are present. The second passport is invalid, it's missing height. The third passport is interesting. The only missing field is country ID, so it looks like data from North Pole credentials. Not a passport at all. Surely nobody would mind if you made the system temporarily ignore missing country ID fields. Treat this passport as valid. The fourth passport is missing 2 fields. Missing CID is fine. Missing any other field is not fine. Oh, my mouse. Okay. According to the above rules, your improved system would report 2 valid passports. Count the number of valid passports from my actual input. Treat CID as optional. In your batch file, how many passports are valid? Okay. Input small. That's the example input. Then we go get our main input, just a moment. 1,000 lines of inputs. Okay. And we need to count valid inputs. Oh, you got any 2025 New Year's resolutions? Well, I guess sort of. Last year I lost 50 pounds, fixed my cardio, started weightlifting. I've taken the last month off, December. So next year I'll be just getting back on the wagon again. So January I'll start running again, start back on my diet. December I ate too many homemade candies, so it's just all out the door, doesn't matter. And try to get the rest of the way in shape. Last year was fixing damage of a long software career. This year I should be able to pretty quickly get actually in shape, not just fixing damage. Software is a hard life, man. Mr. Elfman. What about you? Any New Year's resolutions? I gotta lose weight. I'm 205 at 6 foot. Well, you're closer than I am. But I also think some of those numbers that you get, like, so I ran it all through a BMI calculator, and they're like, sure, you're obese over 220. I'm like, okay, that's fine. And then you're overweight if you're over 180. I'm like, dude, at 6 foot, 180 is not that big at all. Like, you're overweight if you're over a buck 80. That's a little silly. But then they're like, yeah, but you're considered normal between 180 down to like 137. Do you know how skinny I would be if I was 137? I'd look anemic. And they're like, no, that's down to 137 is normal. It's like, what? Dude, what is wrong with these people? I mean, I know BMI is a bad indicator, but 137 is so skinny. You have some muscle though, but I have a bit of a tummy. Yep. I mean, it's the same boat. Same boat. Even when I was at my highest weight, I could still do a pull-up, which I think if most people tried to strap on as much weight to equal me and then do a pull-up, would be very, very difficult. But like I said, I lost a lot of weight last year, so I'll just continue on that and try and get back down. Yep. Getting out of shape is sad, but it happens. Old age, man. I'm not even that old, but like I said, soccer is pretty rough on the body. Yeah, I went with a combination keto diet, calisthenics, and running. That seemed to do the trick. 3 parts, right? Stop eating carbs. It changes the way your metabolism works. Seems to work pretty good. Also, just there's not as many things you can eat, so you don't. And then the weightlifting, the calisthenics builds muscle so that your body burns more calories at rest. And then the cardio, obviously spending a longer time at elevated heart rates burns calories. So that was a 3-part plan. You started, yeah, exactly. When I finished university, actually, even after I got the desk job, I kept running for a while. And I hate running, but you know, it's good for the cardio. But then I broke my back. I had to go get back surgery, and I started gaining weight after that. That was hard. Yes, it is good for the brain. I remember my brain was so wired, it was just always running 100 miles an hour. More oxygen to the brain. So yeah, actually, I've been feeling a lot better this year after that 50-pound weight loss. So yeah, that's kind of my New Year's. Finished getting in shape. Yeah. What about you? Any good New Year's resolutions? I know getting in shape is pretty cliche, but I actually got a good start last year. Yeah, sitting at a desk too much weakens your lower back. What probably happened was I broke my back when I was young and healthy, so like all the muscles in your back still holds everything in alignment. But then you sit at a desk long enough and everything just weakens and then everything starts to misalign, and that old injury finally got me. So that's probably what happened. Sitting at a desk too long. Dude, I wouldn't wish on my worst enemies. Nope, I was not happy. Not happy at all. You only get one back. Had a good surgeon though. Went in, fixed it all. I was very careful with my recovery. Did not want to cause injuries to myself. So insane back pain for 2 days one time. I slept in the wrong position. Hated it. Oh yeah, you can't move anything. Like you ever get like a tweak in your neck where you've got that pinched nerve in your neck? That one's pretty bad too. But if you get your lower back, oh gosh, so bad. Yeah. The worst part of all that back pain and like the lower back pain, it's when you sneeze. There's nothing you can do to stop it, and like, but it just shreds. It hurts so bad. Like I'd black out, not like pass out and fall on the floor, but like my vision would go black, and I'd have to like hold on to a wall or something to keep from falling over, because it hurts so bad. I have this cream with an indigenous man photo on it. It helped a lot. Okay. I love that indigenous man. Hey, anything that helps with the pain. we love anyone that can take away pain. Although it depends on the pain, I guess. When I was in college, I used to weightlift so hard. Like I was always in pain, always, but it was self-inflicted. and your brain rewires itself. It's like, yeah, we can keep going. Like Mondays was arm days, and I would lift so hard, I couldn't hold a pencil for like the rest of the day. Like I would try to take notes, and my hand would just be shaking, and I couldn't like properly close on the pencil. And then like leg day, I'd have to pull myself upstairs with my arms because I just couldn't lift my legs anymore. Oh, okay, we got a picture of the indigenous man you're in love with. Okay, Lakota, back pain, mal de dos. Okay, well, I'll keep an eye open for that one next time I have my back flared up. Nice. Always good to get good recommendations for painkillers, or do not shower after using it. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Nice. So what about you? Any good New Year's resolutions? Advent Code 2024. Honestly, I just want the next year to go smooth. This year was rough. Uh, you know, my year started off rough, but about, I don't know, April or so, it got a lot better. I quit my job, and all my stress went away. And I've just been coding what I want for the last 8, 9 months. It's been wonderful. It's been great. Doesn't pay the bills very well, but I've had some savings, so. But yeah, that was killing me. One of the reasons I had to lose so much weight was because of that last job or two. The stress eating, and then lack of sleep, no time for exercise. I love having a job, but it really winds me down. Yep, it does. I don't know why that is. Like, so my grandpa, he worked in a sawmill for 30 years. And, I'm sure it wasn't fun, wasn't exciting, but he didn't have a real problem doing it. It's just what you did, right? And I have a desk job, and it's not, it's a different kind of stress, I guess. I don't know. The modern world is rough on the human psyche. I don't think the modern world has been built right. Yeah, soul sucking. It doesn't matter how many 100-hour work weeks you put in, you just can't seem to catch up. My other problem with my last job, it's stress that humans haven't adapted forever. Yeah, yeah. My last job, I also got put in a management position, so I had people under me that I had to do the people management for, and that's not me. Like I'm an engineer. I don't do people, so that stress was absolutely killing me. Office jobs, exactly. Yes, office jobs are only about 100 years old. 200 for a small section of the population, and now we've got almost everyone in the United States, at least, and probably most of Europe, in office jobs, and most of them are middle management. Like the people actually doing production, there's not near as many as there used to be. Production is like, you can see it, you can feel it, you know how things are going to benefit the world. But is it like a middle manager or a project manager? Yeah, corporate people are, oh yeah, yeah, that was. I don't ever want to work for a big company again. They'd have to pay me quite a lot. I did do some time at Amazon. I did not enjoy it. Multiple reasons. Big company, web development, bad combination. Yeah. So my brother-in-law and I, we're starting our own company. He's an electrical engineer. Yeah, Amazon's pretty rough. I did not enjoy it. Yeah, my brother-in-law and I are starting a company, and he's an electrical engineer, so he does the math and tells me how the electrical engineering systems work, and then I write the software. It's been a great partnership so far, but this year we're both full time next year, starting in January. Gonna try and make some real money. Never go back to the man. So hopefully that works out because I'm kind of done with working for the man. Zig and Knit. Oh, I remember how Zig works. Running your own business is the way to go. Well, I used to have this theory, and the theory was when you're young, you don't know anything, so you trade your time for money and experience. Competitors can be so cutthroat, yeah. But then once you have a certain amount of money, then you start your own business and you produce a good or service, and that's how you get the next level of wealth going. And once you have enough wealth, then you turn your money into a money-making machine, and then you're done. But I've been sort of stuck in between I want to trade my time for money because it's safe, it's reliable. You know, you get your insurance paid, and you get a regular paycheck. But making the jump over to running your own company is a little bit of a rough road. Competitors can become cutthroat. We're not super worried about cutthroat competitors in our case. We're in a very, very niche market, and the people that are in there like making these huge, giant packages. And we're doing smaller, nimbler software, and my brother-in-law is the only one probably in the world who does the math at the level of that he does for that industry. Everybody's basically working out of known equations, out of textbooks, and he's actually deriving new stuff. So for competition, there is no one hitting the niche we're targeting. The question is, can we get enough advertising to get the base we need? I remember when I ran a little software business when I was 18, competitors got my PayPal shut down, my Stripe. That sucks. Cracked my software and released it for free. That's lame. Not nice. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, software's a dirty business. Okay. So in theory, I think it's just Zig run? Zig build run? I have to bring up some tabs of Zig again. Paid for college, which is nice. Oh, there you go. What was your degree in computer science or? Yeah, I think I paid for college working for a small business research and development company. They made laboratory equipment for spectroscopy and interferometry. When I started, I was sweeping floors in high school, worked my way up to stock, then to machining, parts design, circuit board layout, circuit board development, population, assembly, software, did it all. A little of everything. Machine shop to electronics to. It was a really good experience. Didn't pay very well after getting out of college though. Alright, so Zig build run. Oh, we still had some open. I don't think we need that one. One. I'm gonna read in a file. That's probably part one of what we need. Advent of Code 2020, day 4. And read the whole thing in. Delete most other things. Yeah, getting college paid for is a trick some days. Actually, it's gotten so much more expensive since I got out. And it was climbing fast when I went, early 2000s. Now it's insane. I don't know how anybody can afford to pay for college. So I need a C index. Start and end. And get our character. And take a look at things. Okay, where are we at? 230. Input small. So we need to capture we can do different things, but we're not going to. 0D, 0A. Yep, there it is. Character turn, line feed. Character turn and line feed. Which Zig does not play well with that I have seen. So some state we need to maintain. I need to get out of Odin mode. Okay, this is and. Yeah, Zig's gonna be a little rusty here. Paid for, I got a day or two here. Buffer at C. Next plus 1 equals new line. Oh, the reformatter's killing me already. I hate it. Ah, okay. On save, it does a full reformat of your file. Yikes. R is blank. Different ways we can do this. Var new line count. New line count, that's equals 1. I'm trying to remember now. Did this one have an increment counter? Of course, I don't remember how printing works. Standard format, standard debug print. New line count, and I really don't care. How many that actually is. Failure. I don't. Expression type found equals. I can say 14. I thought Zig did some type inferencing. Found plus plus. Why do people not like increment operators? Function declared here. Debug.zig. Let's see here. Two arguments found one. Main Zig line 4. Oh, that's right. That's gonna make me drive me a little bit bonkers with Zig. Expected a tuple or a struct argument found void because of a dot. There we go. And this is not a line print, so I have to print those myself. Slowly got to remember the Zig. I've been doing Odin for a couple days, and I'm not really super versed. So in that, it says I have 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Yeah, 15. It's fine. Okay. Okay. We need some booleans. Var. We need what those fields are. As birth year. There's a boolean. Bool. Let's see here. Zig. I have so many tabs open, I can't find nothing. Boolean. Oh. Okay, so it is just bool. Issue year. Expire year. As height. As hair. As eye color. as passport ID, as country ID. Okay. There we go. Oh, my reformatter is going to kill me. Okay. If Odin new line count greater than or equal to 2, we'll just start at 1. It doesn't matter. New line count equals 0. Then we want to clear all of these. To do check if valid. Mostly don't care what anything after the colon is until I hit a white space. So if we hit, so we need some statements here. Variable key, which is a string. Let me think about this. Var in key is Boolean and false. In value will also be false. Is valid. Equals all of these things handed together. How about the auto So hopefully our answer is var count 32 equals 0. Okay. Let me think. If we get carriage returns, etc. I think I'll just check for A less than or equal to C, and C less than or equal to lowercase z. We are not in key. And we're looking for one of the start characters. So B-I-E-H. C, doesn't matter. We're not in the key and we're not in a value. And we should be looking to enter. Key equals true. Start equals C index. Else if we are in key and not in value, start and plus equals 1. Else if our character is a colon, then we go in key equals false, in value equals true, and then we want to consume this colon. We could just scan forward 3. It's probably faster. Do I want to assume that? Probably easier. Then look for white space or new line characters. A number of ways we could skin this cat. Just gonna have to decide what I want to do here. think we can do this, but from C index to C index plus 3. Let me look up Zig slice notation. Zig string slice. Let's see what it gives me. Zig by example. 1 ... slice then. Okay, so I think this is correct. Three, 4. And 3. So it's not inclusive. Yeah, so it's not inclusive. Okay. Var key equals C index plus 3 if key is equal to string does Zig switch strings? Can I do a switch statement with strings? Switching on strings is not supported. Okay, never mind. YYR, EYR, HGT, HCL, ECL, PID, CID. Okay. Okay, then C index plus equals 4. We never are in key. Because as soon as we hit one, we're just in it. In value, it's true. We are in value. Space or that. So here we skip over the colon. Then we scan forward until that. So C index x equals 1. Invalue equals false. We just consume every character until we hit white space. If that white space we hit is one of these, we consume 2 bytes of C index. It's a double blink line. We test those. And then we clear that. Blah, blah, blah. Reset some things. That kind of goes away. So just check in a few places. Let's see. Done, done, done. Found modulus the valid passports. We're going to start by checking country ID. Now let's do 2 things here. Let's do total count and valid count. Okay. And then, oops. Outside the loop. Okay, well, it's not going to indent that. That's awkward. If you're going to run an auto updater on my code, could you at least do it right? I don't get it. Okay, whether it's valid or not. There we go. Scanned. You'll see passports. There's no way this is right, and that's fine. Oh. Zig line 30. I thought this did type inferencing. Splice arrays. So I can't use the colon. Is that my problem? It's dot dot. Semicolon after statement on 49. Odin has been training me to take the semicolons out. Compare strings with equals equals. Dang it. All right, Zig. Compare. Mem equal. Here strings and Zig equal. So I'm going to search for key equals. We're going to say std.mem.eql key, comma, close paren. Line 30. Expected 3 arguments, found 2. On line 31, which is here. Oh, equal U8. Dot EQL paren EQL paren U8, comma, paren. Okay, it's hanging. Oh. If we're not in a value, look for these. You get this thing, cnx plus equals 4. And then we say we're inside of a value. Goes back to the top of the thing. If we hit this stuff, then we're done with that value. We always consume a character. We always consume 4 characters. What else is in our test file here? Input small. std debug. Int. C at some index. I always forget to put that. Again, I kind of don't like this. Somewhere just at index 45. That's truly bizarre. C index starts at 0. Front and a value. Otherwise, we must be in a value. What's happening here? I mean, let's just. Okay. Red in 0. Oh. Okay. Clearly have some issues. And I'm not really a Zig expert, but I can think through some problems. See. If we get an A through a Z, we should print key is, and we're not ever. Which then raises the question of, how are any of these being set to true at all? Hmm. scanned 7 passports. Well, that's not quite right either, is it? Oh. Had 13 lines. Lines, that's fine. Scan 7 passports, found 0. It's not 7 though. If we go where input small, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm not getting 7 here. I'm not keeping all my state clean here. Oh. What have I got? I got a little bit of time left. All right, zig, zig, zig. Zig, how to split strings. std mem split. That's told this is where zig makes me sad. Can't split on new line characters because Windows. So it doesn't have a convenient way to deal with Windows. Line endings, which is why we're doing this all character by character. The character by character requires more bookkeeping, which I don't want to do. I don't get a line as a slice. Maybe. Because I think everything else I want to do is fairly trivial with normal split operations. We don't have to maintain quite as much code at all, I think. All right, var start u32 and end. Let's see here. Start is at 0, end is wherever. Hit CRLF. All I want is the line. Oh, yeah, yeah. 132. Not colon to dot dot. I know unused variables. Those are, of course, treated as errors instead of just warnings. Thank you. $125 and used. There we go. Now we've got it. Okay, so we can get each line. if we were in a passport, we get a line. If we were in a passport and if line.length, let's see. Once again, where's my Zig documentation? Slices. .len. Okay. Validate. Reset. Passport count U32 equals 0. Valid count. In passport, if line length is 0, line length is not 0, process the line. If we are not in passport, let's see here. Then when we hit the end of the file, if we're in the passport, try to do this. Any cleanup needs to be done there. Reset is not a thing. Okay, let's try that. Like it. And use local variable on line 25. Work. counting it yet. We can print it. Local variables have been mutated. Fine. Valid count is equals what? Okay. It says it scanned 2 passports. That's not right. It should have scanned 4 passports. std print passport passport. Oh, for pity's sake. I actually don't like this. It's having to put an anonymous structure. Lots of little annoyances with Zig syntax. Then I'm also a doofus, so. Passport. But this one didn't trigger a passport because we didn't turn on the passport. This is the one at the very end. Oops. Ah. Probably helps. Boom, 4 passports. There we go. Passport after a blank line, blank line. Yeah, we've correctly count these things. Okay. Now, process line looks like it happens 3 times. Validate and reset happens once, twice, but not reset. Okay. Function process line. Whatever. Oh, nope. All right, Zig. I need to know how to process a line. Reset shouldn't be that hard. Reset is this stuff. No longer a to-do item. To-do. Validate. We've already talked about this a little bit. And validate, reset. Process line happens in 3 locations. Validate happens in 1 other location. And it's a simple statement, so I think we can just come down here. Okay, run it, shouldn't change much. Okay. So process line is called 3 different times. This is where I don't know Zig idioms at all. That's bizarre. Okay. Zig function. Let's see here. Parameters by reference. Is that a thing? Zig language reference. Let's see here. Pointers. Let's go to pointers. Single item pointer to exactly 1 item. Many item pointer to unknown number of items. Because I think we need to pass in an awful lot of parameters to booleans. I also don't know. Zig function declarations. Fn function param colon type return type. And I only get 1 return type. That's fine. I don't need 1. A lot of booleans as pointers. Line of string followed by that. Okay. These are pointers. Booleans. Okay. Periodic error handling functions. Call time function parameters, function pointers and callbacks, closures and anonymous functions, generic functions, inline functions, recursive higher order functions, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Pointers. So I just use the address syntax that we are familiar with already. Address of okay, and process line doesn't do anything yet. Let's just make sure it compiles and runs. It does not. Statement found else on 72. $108, huh? Test. I want test. I want. Come on, Zig. So I do have to declare it's void if it doesn't return anything, which is choice. Okay. Auto formatting. The variable's never mutated. Or start is never mutated? Three, a string, huh? Is that just a U8 array? Lots of unused function parameters. Okay, now Zig string split by specific character. Standard mem split line. Let's see, checking on pointers. How do pointers work? Dereference a pointer. Dot star. Not sure I like this syntax. There's a number of things I'm not sure I really like about the Zig syntax choices. Split sequence, split any, or split scalar. So this is deprecated. When you deprecate something, don't usually put a thing in there that says, here's what you should use instead. Zig split sequence. That's the top hit in the search engine, so looks like the Ziglings also says. Let's see what this looks like. Where's the diff? I want to see the diff. Oh, use split sequence. I think I see. So instead of okay, so we got a line, we got HCO, IYR, EYR, 1, 2, 3, perfect. Zero passports now. If X, oh, this is a standard mem equal X to 3. Okay. Now the formatter doesn't always do what I expect, so that's never good. E equals the slice. All right. VYR, IYR, EYR, HGT, HCL hair color, eye color, CID, CID. and to line 109. Oh, because I have to tell it what type it is. Not sure I like that. I think there's just enough annoyances with Zig syntax and approach that I don't like. Let's see. Boom. Okay. HLUIRP. Boom. Okay. So in theory, I think we're good, except that we're not counting things correctly. So when we process line, so where passport count is incremented, and passport equals true. For passports, one is valid, but now when we check validity, we don't check country ID. That should give me 2 passports. There we go. We don't need the line. We don't need the key. Now we try against the main input. All right. Whoa, we printed all the lines. That's not good. Run it again. Boom, 250 valid passports out of 282. Finally. Yikes. Okay, that was just something about the Zig feel. I haven't come to enjoy it yet. Submit. That's the right answer. Part 2. Let's go get the rest of this stuff. Yeah. Okay, the line is moving more quickly now, but you overhear airport security talking about how passports with invalid data are getting through. Better add some data validation. You continue to ignore the CID field, but other fields have strict rules about what values are valid for automatic validation, which is fine. I can get everything from 4 to the end. Digits, digits, digits. So these are a number followed by either cm or inches. Okay, so those are integers. So we need to parse out some integers. A hash followed by 6 characters. One of these colors. 9-digit number. Okay, so we can validate. Without too much trouble, I think. But it's almost 4. Maybe we finish this tomorrow or Thursday. Do I want to stream tomorrow? I don't know if I want to stream tomorrow. It's New Year's. I'll be tired. Additional validation. Zig, zig, zig. Yeah, I don't think we have time to do that today. I've got to get ready for a New Year's party. So I've got to wrap it up there. We'll do a little bit more Zig, but I'm not feeling it. Notes. Things I don't like. Let's go back to main Zig. 4. Printing requires a dot thing structure. I don't like it. What else? Var is verbose. Let's see here. Pointer dereference feels awkward. So it's something like pointer dot star. This is one I would probably adjust to eventually, but not yet. Oh. Auto formatting inconsistent and fighting my style. Let's see here. Multiple returns would be nice. Multiple returns as a struct is workable. Maybe. Not my favorite. It reminds me of the old Python tuple formatting. Which I kind of don't like, but I prefer to other Python formatting methods anyway. Yeah, we'll finish this up tomorrow. Tomorrow or Thursday. Because this validation stuff isn't that hard. We check for mostly integers, things like height needs a centimeter or inch after it. Then cast it to an integer, range check it. Not cast, but parse. This one, 6 characters, that's not hard. With a hash, not a big deal. ECL, one of these 3, not hard. 9-digit number, not hard. We're ignoring that. Yeah, so we can do this on tomorrow. Maybe we'll just do a really short stream tomorrow to fix that up. All right, yep, GTL, we will see you tonight. I'm going to wrap it up here. You have a wonderful evening. I got to go get some treats ready for the party, and we'll see you tomorrow. I'll do a little streaming tomorrow. Okay, bye.